Where does Patrick Mahomes stand right now? Now that again you're going to be able to get him, you've gotten him back in an off-season workout program now officially. How ready is he week one this year, Andy?
Yeah, so we start off with the Chargers, so that's a big game obviously for us, just because of the division rivalry and so on. So he's done a heck of a job. He was very fortunate to be in that room with Alex Smith. I mean, I can't say that enough about that opportunity which this kid had to sit in there and to learn. And there's no better pro than Alex Smith. I'm really excited to see how he does with Washington. I think Jay Gruden and he will be a great partnership there. So, but with Patrick is so smart, and his want to is so great, and that part you appreciate. He comes to work every day and just wants to get better. He's always here. He doesn't have a lot of distractions, and he wants to be the best. And so that's the way he goes about his business. Now, whether he gets there or not, who knows? But he's got a tremendous amount of talent, and he's got a great way about him, and he loves playing the game. So I can hang with that. I'm okay with that.
Well, we just came off of a lengthy draft process, an evaluation process where it was all about evaluating quarterbacks. I mean, my gosh, with all those first-round quarterbacks and grades with quarterbacks with first-round grades this year. Last year, essentially, you made an evaluation at quarterback, and your staff did. With Patrick Mahomes, you traded up for Mahomes with Deshaun Watson also on the board. Why did you, now a year removed, why did you make that evaluation? What did you see in Mahomes that you're excited to see this fall in that regard?
Well, Rich, what we did, we brought all those top quarterbacks in, and we spent about 6 hours with each one of them, and we just beat them up. I mean, we wanted them to find out about it. We beat ourselves up with it too. I mean, we wanted to find out about them and them to find out about us, and just to see how things worked. And listen, the Watson kid, now this is a good football player, so there were tough decisions that we had to make. I thought the world of him. What a great attitude, and you saw what he did before he got banged up there a little bit, but the sky's the limit for him. We just thought what we were doing. We thought Patrick was the best fit. And Rich, you've been around this a long time. If you target one of those guys and you go, listen, this is the guy that we want to get in here, you go get him. I mean, that's what you do. And so the cost, you can evaluate the cost all you want, but you can evaluate it so much that you end up with no quarterback. And Alex was getting up there. Just a bit in age, although I think he still probably can play another 4 or 5 years here, so because he keeps himself in great shape. But you've got to think of those things in this business, and so that's the direction our personnel department went. I love the decision, and I love the player. So I'm excited to coach him and see how far we can grow together here, and that's exciting. That's a very exciting thing.
And part of the personnel department, John Dorsey at the time, were you surprised now him in Cleveland, he went Baker Mayfield first overall?
No, I wasn't at all. Baker Mayfield's an energy giver. I mean, he's going to come in and he can play. I mean, this isn't like the kid can play. He's not the biggest kid, but who cares? If they can play, they can play. And so that's what John felt, and more power to him. He's a good leader. He's smart. He can sling the ball. He's got good accuracy. So who knows? I mean, you're shooting 50-50 with these first-round picks anyways. I mean, it's a crapshoot, and you know that. So you better go get the guy you want, you feel good about, your staff feels good about, go get him, and then coach the heck out of him, and let's roll.
Couple more minutes left with Andy Reid, head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. So many Chiefs fans are left scratching their head coach over the trade of Marcus Peters. I mean, when you get a young kid in and you get a young kid who has shown the ability to have some shutdown talent, those kids don't usually get traded. Why did that happen, best you can tell?
Yeah, so Mark's a heck of a football player, and he'll do a good job for the Rams. You got to juggle a lot of things when you're doing this. One of which is cap, and that's a part of this. No matter how you cut it, it's a part of it. And so I can't tell you we're in the best cap situation in the world. And so you take those things into consideration. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that go into it. And And so sometimes you have to make tough decisions like that. He left here in good graces and everything. So I look forward to. We actually play him in Mexico City, so I look forward to that. And he'll do a great job there. But those are the tough decisions you have to make in this business.
So it was essentially a monetary thing down the road that you needed to make a move.
Well, that's part. Yeah, that's part of it. That's a big part of it. I mean, those are things that you have to evaluate. There's a bunch of this. There's a bunch of different pieces that go into making big time decisions like that, and that was one of them.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.